What's up? What's up? You know what's going on, man. It's Bezo803 on that social media. Here's another Big Motion Podcast exclusive. We got the beautiful Miss Trinity in the building.
Hey.
What's good? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Everything's beautiful. I'm definitely glad that you was able to finally join us. We trying to get all the movers and shakers, to pull up on me and tell us about what you got going on. Because we started this platform for our area and beyond to show people that we got positive things going on. We got entrepreneurs down here, influencers. We got artists. We got real bosses around here having big motion. So, our area get a negative rep so much, we decided to start something where everybody got a voice to come talk about the great things that, they're doing. So, glad that you came. Let's get into it real quick. First of all, tell the people about your brand, Settaz Cosmetics. What is that?
Okay, so Settaz Cosmetics is just something for like girls that's like me, that's into like makeup, just cosmetics, girly stuff.
Yeah.
Just to get dolled up and feel confident about yourself and just feel good. So that's what I'm all about. Just like empowerment and influencing other people, just to do great things. So
Gotcha. So what's some of the main products that you offer with your brand?
My main products is my lip glosses, and also I do like lashes and things like that. But my main product is just lip gloss.
Gotcha. And as we know, every year you put on a great event for entrepreneurs, the Boss pop-up shop. Talk about
my anniversary.
Yeah, every year your anniversary. Talk about that event, and with having the success you've been having. Why did you feel the need to say, hey, I'm gonna involve others and allow them to come share my platform and my motion?
Yeah. So my first year, I started the anniversary, like the pop-up shop was my first anniversary of my business. So I'm like, I had to do something big. Like the first, I was like, I had to do something. Let me just do a pop-up shop.
Right.
And just have the whole city just come out, which that was like actually one of my biggest events. Like I had over 30 different vendors there. I'm like, wow. I'm gonna have to do this every year.
Right.
But it was just something I just really wanted to do, just to celebrate, have a good time, have everybody, just to really just have a good time and they basically celebrate.
Right. That's big. That's thoughtful of you because so many times you see a brand that's having a lot of success. They don't really do a whole lot to allow others to share that light on their platform. So we got to applaud you for that.
I do have another thing to say as well. Like for pop-up shops, I love going to pop-up shops. Like that's something that I enjoy doing. So it's just giving somebody else the opportunity, just to set up, get your business out there. So it's really enjoying for me. So
what's your motivation? Because you always vending somewhere.
Yeah.
And I see the pictures. I'm like, where's she at now? And I do vendor events, and I try to motivate my vendors, to do what you're doing, because they always, a lot of them, man, when the next event? I say, man, somebody's doing an event almost every day if you look online.
Yeah.
Don't wait for me. But you one of those people you out there, you on the road, you getting to it. Where does that come from?
I can't really say. It's just something that motivates me. If I have the opportunity to, if I'm off or I'm not working or something, I'm just let me go ahead and go to this event. It's just I don't know. It's just something that I enjoy, just getting up, going out, seeing different people, meeting different people, and also the exposure for my business as well.
Yeah. So you like to stay busy.
Yeah.
That's big. So that's great, man. You've been having a lot of motion out here. So a lot of people that, may be watching, we got over 500 subscribers finally. Big shout out to all the subscribers. Like, comment, share, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a show. So we're going to kind of introduce you to the world, let people know, some things about you. So first of all, where are you originally from?
So I am originally from Sumter.
Yeah.
I was born here. I actually graduated high school. I graduated from Lakewood.
Lakewood in the building. Yeah. I got homecoming coming up.
But I've been all around, moving around and things like that. But I am originally from Sumter.
Okay. So what was you doing when you was a youth coming up?
Really, just like in school. I always say like I've always been an entrepreneur like since I was literally like in the 4th grade. Like I've always been
selling
doing
candy and all that.
No, okay, so this is what I used to do. I used to do like these little rubber bands, like little bracelets.
Yeah.
I used to make those, and my dad he bought me like this little kit and everything.
Yeah, okay.
I used to sell those, and I used to make like little purses and pouches out of duct tape.
Out of duct tape?
Out of duct tape.
You've been hustling for real.
Yeah, this was like only like 3rd or 4th grade. So
wow. I love that. So where does that come from? You had a lot of examples of entrepreneurship in your family? Or?
Yeah, my mom and my dad like they've always been an entrepreneur. My mom she does like driving school and things like that.
Okay.
She's like in King Street. I don't know, but if you know, but she's like steer clear. That's her business.
Yeah. Big shot steer clear.
Yep.
Yeah, that's dope.
And my dad, he drives like trucks and things like that. Both of them, they drive trucks and things like that as well. But I just grew up, and that's just how they are. Like I just see them.
So growing up, you was seeing them getting the hustle on, and you was like, I gotta just follow tradition.
Yeah, well, it was just like just something. I just like if I see it, I want it, I got it.
Right. Dope. So, what outside of your business, what do you actually do?
Outside of my business, I just be working really. Like I'm a very hard worker. Like I used to work 2 jobs, like almost for a whole year straight.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I'm always busy. If I'm not doing something with my business, I'm either like hanging out with family, friends, or either I like to travel as well. Yeah. But other than that, I'm just working.
Gotcha. So what brought you to the point where, growing up, like you said, you've seen examples of entrepreneurship. You was getting your hustle on with the duct tape bags and all that. What brought you to a point where you was like, okay, I need to start a business, a real business?
So actually, like how my business started, I was very young. I was 15 when I started like Settaz, period.
Wow, okay.
So it's just like I don't want to say like I really didn't know. It's just like I jumped out on faith. I just did it really. Yeah. It's like I saw something, I did my research on it, like making lip gloss and things like that. And it's just like everything just went up from there. Like I'll sell my lip glosses at school to my friends and things like that. So, and then I transformed on doing wholesale, like for other people to start doing their own business. Wow. So it just really went up from there. And then I just happened to like rebrand and like actually like be serious about it because like when I was younger, it's just like, yeah, this is something that I like to do. But in business, it's you have to have things like, well, does this make sense? Yeah. Other than just this is what I like to do.
Right. So what was it like a pivotal moment where you was like, okay, it's time to step it up?
Actually, when I graduated high school, like I graduated a whole year early. So I graduated.
We gotta big that up. You smart.
It was around COVID. So like, everything shut down and I'm doing school virtual. So it's like, and then like that was around the time I used to do earrings and I'm like, I'm doing lip gloss and earrings. This is like, this is not really making sense to me. It's making money, but I got to do one thing and stick to it, So it's like something got to change. So once I graduated high school, I just been working, just trying to figure out, like, what do I really want to do? And it took me a little while to actually figure it out because it's like I want to do so much. Like, and it's just like it took me a little while to figure it out. And like this year, on my my anniversary, I relaunched and did everything over, like did a whole, I'm like, I got to finish what I started.
I love that. So what made you, get to a point where you felt like a relaunch was needed? Because we see on the internet all the time, people relaunching. You being a successful brand out here, what gave you an indication like, okay, well, the brand's doing good, but I need to relaunch real quick?
Well, I would say it's really like a rebrand because of how like everything, like the whole look, everything was still pink and things like that. But it's just like I wanted a certain design. Like everything that I do, I sit there and I plan it out. I have like notebooks, I draw things out like exactly how I want it down to the T. Yeah. Like all of my lip glosses, they have like they all start with a T, like Trin, Settaz, Cosmestics because of my name.
Right.
So it's like I want everything done a certain type of way, and it's like this is how I wanted to look. I wanted to look more professional, and I don't want the people to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just support you, but I want them to just because like I just want to support. I want you to support and see like what I actually have going on, and like you're actually interested in my brand and not just supporting me because of who I am or anything like that. Like I want people to actually be invested into my brand.
That's beautiful. And that's very important. I try to tell people that all the time because when you first launch a business, you have certain people that they just buy it just because they probably never use it. They probably never see them again.
Yeah.
So you got to formulate a plan, and your messaging got to appeal to people that's going to be consumers, that's going to be customers, and really fall in love with the brand and always support the brand. So where does that mindset come? I know you came up with a lot of entrepreneurs in your family, but where does that mindset come from? Because you're still fairly young, and you don't really see a lot of people with that mindset and real sharp and really sticking to it and understanding that, hey, I need to not only do retail, I need to do wholesale. Hey, I need to step it up and really focus on my brand. And where does that come from?
I couldn't honestly tell you. It's just like I don't want to say like something that's just in me, but it's just like I don't know. Like it's just like I've been like doing things ever since I've been little. Yeah. So and also like how wholesale came along is like like people that would be like, hey, I want you to make some lip gloss for my daughter or teach her how to make her own lip gloss and things like that. And I'm like, okay, well maybe I should get together and come up with something. And like also like my dad. He like both of my parents, they do motivate me. So like I'm young, I don't really know much about what I'm really doing. So like my dad, he's like always in my ear, you should do this, you should do that, and I'm like, okay, let me write this down. He be laughing at me because I literally like if he tell me something, I'm like, okay, let me write this down, let me write it down so I don't forget. But yeah, like like they do motivate me as well, like what they do, and also just like wanting better for myself.
That's hard because a lot of youth these days. Like, you can't tell them nothing. So for you to be able to take direction from your father and, people that you see, doing things, that's hard. I got to big that up for sure. Have you ever thought about teaching?
Yeah, like also, like, with me rebranding everything, I've also been thinking about doing mentoring, things like that. But it's like, I'm still in the works. Like, I'm not in the place right now where I can do that like 100%. Okay. So that is like a thought of mine. I am trying to get like things together so where I can teach other people and not like also focus on my brand, but help others as well.
Yeah. I want to plant that seed, in your brain that teaching is going to be one of your high value products. And you helping others, especially the youth, because they're looking for things to do. Everybody don't want to go to college. Everybody don't want to go to the military. Yeah. Nothing wrong with either of those, but we got to start doing things that's gonna help the youth out, give them some type of direction. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of young ladies out there would be interested in what you're doing. So something for you to think about. So far, what would you say is your biggest accomplishment with your brand so far?
My biggest accomplishment,
something that happened, or a quarter or a year that happened. You was like, yeah, I did that. You put it on the vision board and you knocked it out.
Okay, I would most likely say my biggest like accomplishment is maybe my first event that I ever did. Like, I don't feel like my other events, like they're still good. I do appreciate like everybody coming out, but that first one, that would make me like keep wanting to do different events. Like I had over 30 vendors. You was lit. Like this is inside and outside. So I'm like, I gotta keep doing it,
That's big. How did that make you feel when you seen it come together like that?
It was really, I know that you can also relate to this as well. Like hosting events, it's not easy.
At all.
It's not easy. Like promotion, marketing, and things like that. It's a lot that goes into it. And it's also like paying like for the venue. It's a lot of money coming out all at one time. And it's like, it's kind of, it gets stressful, but it's like at the end, it pays out. Like, it's like, okay, it's worth it. I'll do it all over again. Exactly. Yeah. But when the time come, I'm like, oh my God, what did I sign up? I'm like, Trin, did you forget what happened the last time?
But it's a lot of work. I tell people all the time, like,
Yeah, it is
you
definitely.
come and you see the finished product, but you didn't see, me on the phone with 20 people.
Yeah.
They
Texting them all day.
Asking me that. They texting me
Texting
that.
over 50 people a day, no response.
No
now that
response.
hurt. That hurt.
They emailing, texting, no response.
That hurt.
And then like the week of, everybody calling, hey, what time this? Hey, this, that. I'm like, yo, I'm emailing you all month long. So
yeah.
It's a lot that go with it. But for you to be able to pull it off, that's big, that's major. And like I said, this is sharing your platform with others. Cause that's how I came into, vending. I was vending and I saw a need for better events. So that's why I got into it. And I was like, I'm gonna just use my influence to, bring the people out so people can make money. And I, see you doing the same thing. So I gotta applaud you for that. Yeah. So we're in the fourth quarter right now, 2023, heading into 2024. What can we look forward to from your brand, Settaz?
Okay, so it wouldn't be me if I didn't have something up my sleeve. So
give us some tea real quick, some exclusive.
Okay, so right now I am focusing on like going to school. I go to school in about like 2 weeks, I believe.
Okay.
I'm going to school for esthetician.
Okay.
I'm going to have like some other things up my belt. That's going to be attached to also Settaz Cosmestics.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to have like some services to provide with my products. So
that's big. You got to big that up. Bossing it up for 2024.
I'm really excited about that. I believe I should graduate like the first 2 months of 2024. Yeah. The program isn't like that long. It's like 3-4 months. So
right. Yeah. And I mean, you work. You got your brand. You're going to school for that. I mean, how do you balance it all out? And I'm asking you these questions because maybe somebody out there that's thinking about getting into the game. They're already in the game. How do you balance all that out? Because it takes a lot.
Yeah, it really does. But it's just really how I balance it out is like I have to focus on what I have going on. And, sometimes it can be overwhelming, but it's like, it's the bigger picture that I'm really looking at. So it's like I'm going to have to deal with it for right now. Yeah. But like other than that, like I cut out like distractions. I just focus on like, okay, this is what I have to do. I have to do this to get here. So that's really what I do. And I'm like, I just have to suck it up. Everything it's not easy. Yeah. It's definitely not easy, but also with me going to school and working, this is going to be like it's new for me. So I mean, working 2 jobs, I put it off. I put it off for a good little while. Yeah. But it's just like it was just I had to stop. Right, but now I'm just going to school and still trying to work because I still got bills, so bills and then I'm gonna have to pay for school, so I'm like I'm gonna have to work. Wow. So
and for you to be so, but for you to be so young, man, the mindset you have is amazing. Because and I thinking back when I was young, and times have changed too. Man, you see what's going on. They stand on the couches, they got the hookahs. They ain't worrying about no entrepreneurship like that.
Don't get me wrong. If I could get in, next year.
Squeeze one in.
If I could get in next year.
Yeah.
But
word. You gotta have some fun though. You gotta, you gotta mix in a little bit of fun. So ain't nothing wrong with that. But you just seem like you just laser, sharp and focus on your mission. And we gotta big that up, for our people because we need that. We need more people that's, building brands and businesses because that wealth gap is so far, compared to other, races and stuff like that. So it's definitely, big what you're doing. What's some advice do you have for, young entrepreneurs, whether it be, male, female, that they don't know what they want to do? They probably just getting out of high school. They don't want to go to college. They don't know about the military, but, the parent, hey, you got to do something.
Yeah.
What's your advice for them?
One thing I will definitely say is find out a plan. Like, lay it all out like, okay, this is what I like to do, or this is maybe something that I'm interested in, and just lay it all out. Figure out a plan. How are you going to do this? And, just like, how are you going to execute it? How are you going to get here? This is what you want, but how are you going to get there? What you got to do to do it? So it took me a long time. Like, it's so many different careers that I wanted to go after, but I don't know, like, what do I want to do? So I'm like, I told myself, I'm like, okay, Trin, we're gonna have to start off what we're gonna have to finish what we started.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, let's go back to the lip gloss, and we're gonna do that, and then whatever else we do after that, we gotta at least say that we did it, you know. So I'm like, because I didn't want to just leave it unfinished. So I'm like, I gotta say that I at least tried and I did it, and then if that don't work out, then I go to whatever else I want to do. But that's what I really say. Just map out a plan. Just figure out like what exactly that you want to do. Like me, I have so many different notebooks. Like I told you, I draw things out. I write everything out. So and it's like when I go back, I just go through my notebooks and just read like, okay, what can I add or what can I do? You know? So just basically document everything, plan out everything. And, you know, just stay active. Like, keep your head focused. Cut out distractions if you can. You know, it's hard. You know, life happens. So, it's like, you know, just try to always remain, like, on what you're doing. Like, you know.
That's dope, man. Good message for the people out there, y'all. Hope y'all listening, man. She's giving bars out right now. And she a young queen. You know, she could be out here doing a million, zillion different things. We see it all the time. We ain't knocking that. We were always young. But she's focused on her brand, focused on building, and she's able to drop gems on people as well. So we definitely love that. So, you know, moving forward into 2024, you know, what do you feel with the inflation, you know, being how it is and, you know, price of everything going up as an entrepreneur? You know, what's your mindset, you know, going into 2024?
I gotta make some more money.
Gotta make some more money. Hey, look, I was talking to one of my homeboys, right? And he was talking about, man, I'm about to stop going to Starbucks and I'm about to cancel my Netflix and I'm about to stop doing that. I'm like, bro, we just gotta figure out how to make some more money. We ain't about to start canceling. That's not gonna help you.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, it kind of does help. But then at the same time, I also, like, me, I like nice things, and I like to do nice things, and you know, you gotta have somebody to do things. You can't just walk around broke because you're not. I tell everybody like okay, my favorite restaurant is Steak 48, right?
Let's talk. Pop it. Big motion. Trendsetter. I know what's going on.
All my coworkers, they like, Trin, she's so rich. Like, we got the same job, we got the same position. Like, I do my little stuff on the side, but we made this. I mean, you know, I am like, okay, we're gonna talk about my job stuff later.
Pop it real quick.
Okay.
That's why we here.
So, like, I am a retail, like I do retail and sales and things like that. I work at T-Mobile. Yeah. So, you know, I've also ranked number 37 in the whole, what is the word? Like in the whole district or whatever, the whole company.
Yeah, you moving numbers.
So, like, you know, other than that, like, you know, I do good, but we make the same pay, like hourly.
But you rank 37 though.
Yeah, number 37 out of like 1,000.
And I'm saying what they rank. Your numbers stacking up a little different.
Yeah, but you know, like I always tell them, like, you know, it's all about the experience. Like, even though like that's a nice place, so I really do like it, but it's all about the experience. So it's like, you know, you can't have fun if you don't have no money. So
that's a bar right there.
I mean,
you can't have fun if you don't have no money. Y'all hear that?
Yep. But then at the same time, like I also say that as well. But it's been times where I didn't have to stop eating out. Like, you know, I had to.
Yeah. We gotta know when to, you know, pause it for a minute now. You know. Yeah. We gotta know when to drive through it real quick. You know.
And cut off some subscriptions and things like that. You know. Yeah. So I know about that too. But it's just like I like nice things, so I have to do a little bit more.
But we know as entrepreneurs though, man, we sharing our gift with the world. We deserve to get paid for our gift. And we deserve to live nice and do what we want to do. That's what we fighting for, freedom. You know, so there's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of people that frown upon that, you know, to me they're running towards a poverty mindset when we're trying to prosper and you know, move towards prosperity. So I don't really, you know, entertain those type of people because I'm trying to get it. Yeah, I'm trying to run it up through the roof. You know. If you don't like it, hey, go over there. We trying to get over here.
I don't like negative people either. Like, you know, when you tell them something and like I don't like when you express like, you know, hey, like this is like what I got going on. Like I'm the type of person like I'm always have something to say. So it's like, but I have to say it to certain people because they're not going to always have a response that I'm looking for, you know? So it's like sometimes I had to keep things to myself, but it's like I want to tell the whole world, like, you know, like I just paid my deposit to go to school. I didn't tell nobody but like my family around.
We just got that exclusive though.
Yeah. But also it's like, you know, when you do encourage people, like I always do try to encourage people, but it's like the saying, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. So
That's true.
You can only really do so much with, you know, certain people.
So is it you know, we see a common thing with entrepreneurs when we finally turn that switch on and get very serious about what we're doing, where, you know, a lot of your friends and family and, you know, people you probably was running around with, they don't understand the transition. So did you kind of experience any of that?
Yeah, like I said, like as well, like, you know, it's just you have to deal with people a certain way. Like, you know, you can't tell this person everything that you want to tell them, because, you know, it might rub them wrong. They be like, oh, that girl, she thinks she all that. But it's just like, I'm happy. I'm happy. I got so much going on. They don't want to hear that.
Right.
Like, but, you know, it's some people like that you meet, like most people that are happy for me, it's like most people that I don't know, or like, you know, but like most people that are around, like they're happy for me, but it's like only to a certain extent, you know. I'm not talking about nobody, but that's how I feel, you know. Like you can read, like you can just read like how they are. So,
but I think it's like a mindset thing, because like I said, especially where we coming from, everybody's like blue collar worker, so they don't even understand, oh, I got my own business and this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So when that transition happens where you just locked in on your business, you ain't coming to the family cookout like you used to, or you might miss a few.
I'm coming to the cookout.
Okay, but you might miss a few events here and there. You focus on this thing. You always talking about this thing.
Yeah.
You know, they can't relate to that because they don't talk about that kind of stuff. So I kind of experienced that, you know, when I was, you know, coming up. So I still deal with a lot of my friends. They know I might not make it, or I'm not gonna come hang out every day once, you know, everybody off work and sit around and talk all day out. I don't have time to do that.
Yeah.
So, you know, they don't fault me for it. They understand I'm very busy. So, you know, some people understand, some people don't. But we just gotta keep pushing, keep doing what we're doing out here in this entrepreneurship world, and that's that on that. But moving on. What's your drive to you know, when you're at work? You rank 37 on your day job in sales. So is that like a gift of your sales?
I think so. And like also my dad, he tells me like I have like a gift for a gab. I think that's how you say it. Gift for
gab. You got that mouthpiece.
Yeah, like that's what he said. Like, and like most people, they tell me like, you know, I could sell headphones to a deaf man.
Water to a well.
Yeah, like that's what they say. But I don't know. It's just like, you know, people, they come in there like the type of person that you are. Like, you know, if they're in need of help, like I help them. Like I'm going to tell them like this is this. You know. So I'm not that type of salesperson that's just going like, you know, jack you or anything, but I'm going to help you.
Right.
And, you know, like, just being nice and things like that, you know, that'll take you a long way as well.
Definitely.
So.
You got to have a sales journey. I do consultations and I always tell people, practice your sales journey. They say, what's that? It's when somebody calls you or they walk in, what happens after that?
Yep.
What kind of, journey you take them on? And it should be a beautiful journey. So you got to practice that. You know, that comes over time. So with you being, you know, out and about, you going to these networking events and, you know, you everywhere with it. How big is networking for you and meeting new people?
I mean, that's really big to me, honestly. Like, let's see, I met 3 different celebrities. In like the past 2 or 3 months. I met do you watch Dirty D?
Yeah, I watch
I believe her name is Akira or something.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I met her, and I also met Alexis Sky, and I forgot the other girl. I'm so sorry, I forgot the other girl name. But
it's all good.
I met like 3 other people, and it's just really the exposure for me. And it's like getting my product out there. They could see my product and like test it out. I'm like, yeah, you know, like it's really the exposure. So
love. So what advice you got for people that, you know, they're new in the game? They might not be outspoken like you or confident like you, but they know they got a good product. It's all about who you know, all about networking. They might be a little shy. You know, we run into that a lot. What kind of advice you can have for for people like that who just they're not naturally, just go up and talk to somebody or.
Yeah. Which honestly about that, it's kind of I can say it can kind of like make or break you. Really, I mean, and it kind of leans towards break you because you have. I'm not a type of person that would just walk up to anyone and just like, hey, But it's just I am friendly. But like just talking and things. I had to warm up. I had to warm up. I'd be very nervous, like just to start off with. But I had to at least warm up and things like that. But just being confident in yourself, always have confidence, not just in business, but also for yourself. Because if you're not confident in yourself, I wouldn't really, I don't want to say I wouldn't really want to support you, but I wouldn't really feel it, the energy is just really not going to be there. So I'm like, I might wander off. But like people at events and things like that, like I see them, like, and they wonder why, like, they don't make money, or they're like, oh, can you come shop with me or whatever? Like, you gotta apply yourself. I mean, like, it's all about like your setup, like your product, like
your setup is crazy.
I put a lot of thought into everything. Yeah. So it's just really that. But just being confident in yourself, always have confidence. But that, sometimes it's not always there, but you just have to you just really have to have that. And then also like the drive, like in business as well, like you have to be motivated. Like why would I want to buy your product, or like why?
Yeah.
So
that's big, man. You just drop some more bars for the people. Like I said, I just want you to share these because somebody's gonna listen, somebody's gonna pick up some game, especially the females, because they're hearing it straight from you. And I run into a lot of them that they just shy, and they don't talk a lot. They won't even come on the show. I'm like, come on the show, tell them about your brand. I don't know about that.
I mean, me personally, like I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm the type of person I talk a lot, but it's like I don't want to say when it's time to do it, I might get a little bit shy, but I'm gonna still do it because I gotta stand on it. So I'm like, when I got here, I was shy, but like I'm happy that I came.
And we're just talking, we just kicking.
But
it.
like I'm just like shy, But it's just like I'm gonna do it when I get here.
I'm glad you pulled up for sure. Like I said, you got an amazing brand, Trendsetters. We wish you nothing but the best moving into the fourth quarter in 2024 and beyond. Definitely happy that you came out. Shout out your social media so everybody can follow you.
Okay, so on Facebook, my name is Trinity Aleese. TikTok, The Real Trendsetter. Instagram, the same handles as well. Snapchat, Trin with 3 N's 207. Okay. Yep, those are the only social medias that I'm really on.
Make sure y'all follow her. So, how big is social media to your brand?
It's really big. It's like I've also like started like trying to do like, getting paid off like Facebook and things like that.
Let's get this money, baby.
But yeah, like that's why I also wanted to take like your little course and things like that.
Man, sign up. We got, what we doing?
Yeah, but like just so I could still learn more. But it's like I'm just still getting like like how do I do this? How do I do that? Yeah. But just like promoting, like like I'm gonna be at this event. Just like showing different people, like, oh yeah, like I'll shop with you or whatever. Which online, I haven't done like my website. I'm still working on it. I'm a perfectionist. Like I put a lot of things into like my business. So I think I overthink, and it's like I don't want to just put anything out. So I'm still working on that. Like in a few weeks or so, it should be up and running to where like you can do online. But like online, social media is really big. Like, we
definitely need to get that website moving. We can ship to the world. We're shipping everywhere. Trendsetters everywhere. Yeah, but I asked you that question because a lot of people struggle with content creation and social media, and I see that you do very well with it. You post a lot of things when you're out moving around, so that's very, very important because content is king. Yeah, and that increases your visibility, and that brings in leads, which brings in cash. So that's what it's about. This is a hip hop show, of course, so we gotta ask a hip hop question before we get out of here. Top 5 rappers dead or alive. Who you got?
Okay, so I'm kind of like old school.
You old school.
I don't really, not like old
Come
school,
on.
but like around the
Let me
time
see
I
what
was
you're talking
born.
about.
So
What's going on here?
my favorite rappers, they like a little ghetto.
Hey, it's all good.
But my favorite rappers, number one is gonna be Webby. Two,
Okay.
Boosie, Youngboy, Jeezy, and Gotti.
I can respect that.
Yeah, those are like I can listen to them all day, and sing it like it's new.
Ooh, what's your favorite? What's your favorite Webby joint?
Okay,
If you had to choose one or two.
my favorite song by Webby is G Shit. That's my favorite. That's my favorite song. Like when that song come on, is everybody like, oh, that's Trin's song. She got to start acting up.
You don't know the verse or nothing, though.
I do.
There you go.
Tell me what you know about me.
Hey, WEBBIE,
AKA, I'm not about to go out.
It's all good. Big shot Webby. Hey, Settaz in the building. We definitely appreciate you for coming by. You're welcome to come by anytime. You got some exciting news you want to share with the world. We appreciate you. A lot of people don't want to come up here and sit in the hot seat and build, talk game, but it's very important because, like you said, we're here to share information and motivate others and show people you can do it. People that's getting out of high school, people that they're getting out of college or they're just trying to figure out they want to be an entrepreneur. You're a living example that it can be done, and you're giving out game on how to do it. So, moving forward, 2024, wish you the best. Keep doing your thing, Queen. It's all love, and we'll catch you next time. My name is Bezo80 on that social media. This is a Big Motion Podcast exclusive interview. Settaz in the building.
Thank you for having me.
You know that.